Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a deep dive into Madonna's often overlooked You Can Dance. By 1987, Madonna was an international superstar, and this project served both as a celebration of her dominance on the dance floor and as a gift to club audiences who fueled her early rise. This idea actually started in 1986, but the record label chose to delay the project for a full year so that they could continue promoting the incredibly successful True Blue album. Interestingly, Madonna initially had reservations about the remix project. She wasn't sure she liked the idea of people messing with or changing her records, but she ultimately set those concerns aside, realizing that fans in the clubs wanted to hear her music in a fresh way. So, how did they decide which songs made the cut? Madonna collaborated closely with her producers, including Jelly Bean Benitez and Patrick Leonard, to carefully curate the track list. They ultimately selected 6 previously released songs spanning her first 3 studio albums, Madonna, Like a Virgin, and True Blue. They purposely chose undeniable dance floor staples like Holiday, Everybody, and Into the Groove, but they also made sure to include deeper cuts like Physical Attraction and Over and Where's the Party. The strategy was to compile popular songs that either defined her early underground club days or that hadn't received a proper full-scale remix treatment at the time of their original release. And to tie it all together, they added the previously unreleased Spotlight as the album's grand opening track. To bring the album to life, she recruited an elite team of remixers, including Shep Pettibone and her former collaborator, John Jellybean Benitez, who also sequenced the album. To capture the vibrancy of the 1980s nightlife, the tracks were formatted as a continuous, non-stop mix, featuring seamless transitions and overdubbed crowd noise to perfectly simulate the immersive experience of a live DJ set. But there is one track that breaks this illusion. Physical Attraction was the only song on the album that wasn't remixed. It retained its original production by Reggie Lucas. Now, there is no official reason, but fans have theorized that Lucas might not have granted permission for a remix due to past friction over production credits. Plus, there was a physical limitation on the original vinyl release. Physical Attraction was the final track on side A, meaning it had to physically fade out rather than seamlessly segue into the next song. So you make your own decision on why Physical Attraction wasn't remixed. Those are a couple thoughts. To incentivize fans to buy the CD or cassette versions instead of just the standard vinyl, the record label included various exclusive dub versions of tracks like Spotlight, Holiday, Over, and Where's the Party. These dubs stripped away Madonna's famous pop vocals to focus heavily on the rhythm section, bass line, and studio effects like echo and delay. These mixes were highly valued by club DJs because the lack of lead vocals made it much easier to seamlessly blend tracks on the dance floor. On the CD, the dubs for Holiday, Into the Groove, and Where's the Party were tacked on to the end, whereas on the cassette, the exclusive dubs were on side A, and Over and Into the Groove dubs were on side B. The Where's the Party dub was strictly a CD exclusive, while Spotlight and Over dubs were strictly cassette exclusives, forcing collectors to buy multiple physical formats. So Taylor Swift didn't invent that. Okay. Let's talk about the album's only new song, Spotlight. This track actually has a fascinating genesis. Having been written by Curtis Hudson and Lisa Stevens, the exact songwriting duo behind Madonna's 1983 breakout hit, Holiday. They intentionally penned Spotlight to sound similar to Holiday, just in case Warner Brothers wanted a follow-up in the exact same vein. Hudson presented the demo to Madonna, and she originally recorded it with producer Stephen Bray during the True Blue album. Despite being fully recorded, it was left off of the True Blue tracklist because Madonna felt it was ultimately too similar in composition and structure to Holiday. The track sat in the vault until it was resurrected to serve as the opening number for You Can Dance. Spotlight in the United States never received a commercial release, so that rendered it ineligible for the main Billboard Hot 100 charts, and they issued it strictly as a radio promo. It ended up peaking at number 32 on the Hot 100 airplay. In Japan, the strategy was totally different. The song received an exclusive release there and was used in a major cross-promotional campaign called Dreams Come True. And Madonna even starred in a Japanese television commercial for Mitsubishi VCR, dancing to the song Spotlight, and you're in luck. I've got it. We do have to mute the volume on it, unfortunately. But if you go to YouTube and search for Mitsubishi commercial Madonna, this will come up. So on this first one, Spotlight plays over it. And this was the only visual we got for Spotlight. You can see the dreams come true. This set of Mitsubishi commercials gave us the iconic album cover for You Can Dance. Photographer Herb Ritz shot the cover photos while Madonna was on the commercial set. Embracing her fascination with Hispanic culture, she wore a Spanish-inspired female toreador outfit, complete with a lacy bustier, an embroidered bolero jacket, and a cummerbund. It's also fascinating to contrast You Can Dance with another 1987 Madonna compilation, It's That Girl. While You Can Dance was a global commercial behemoth dedicated to the dance floor, It's That Girl was an incredibly rare, promotional-only UK cassette and VHS release, strictly limited to 500 copies. It featured standard radio edits and music videos, highlighting how specifically You Can Dance was tailored strictly for club culture rather than radio airplay. I have literally never heard of this until I did my last video on the Immaculate Collection, and someone told me that these mixes were where the mixes from the Immaculate Collection started or originated. So of course, I had to look it up and share some of my knowledge with you, because I have literally never heard of It's That Girl until today. Well, a couple days ago when one of you mentioned it in my comments, and I really do appreciate that. There's also something called She's Breathless that was mentioned in the comments. I did not look that one up yet, but maybe for a future video we'll look into that. Because the album was mixed and promoted as one continuous DJ set, Billboard actually tracked the songs collectively under the title You Can Dance LP Cuts. Before a rule change in 1991, full albums were allowed to chart on the Billboard Dance Club Songs chart, meaning the entire You Can Dance album hit number one as a single entry on the dance song chart. Decades later, when Madonna released her 2022 compilation, Finally Enough Love, 50 number ones, she used this specific chart-topping achievement to pay homage to her underground club roots. To represent the You Can Dance era on the compilation, she handpicked 3 specific single edits from the album. The edit of Everybody, Physical Attraction, and Into the Groove were both from the You Can Dance album. You Can Dance sold 5.5 million copies worldwide. It was certified platinum by the recording industry for shipments of 1 million copies in the US alone. It also reached the number 14 position on the Billboard 200 during the highly competitive 1987 holiday season. And You Can Dance currently stands as the second best-selling remix album of all time, behind only Michael Jackson's Blood on the Dance Floor. The legacy of You Can Dance doesn't end in the 1980s. It laid the structural groundwork for some of the biggest moments in the later half of Madonna's career. From collaborating with Jelly Bean Benitez in the 80s to Stuart Price today, Madonna has continuously proven that she doesn't just want to give us dance songs, she wants to give us the entire club experience. Ultimately, You Can Dance was the blueprint, validated remixing as a mainstream art form and proved that Madonna's instincts for the dance floor were second to none. This set the gold standard for the industry and acted as a foundational base for future milestones like the Immaculate Collection. By treating the studio mixing board as an instrument and the nightclub floor as a focus group, Madonna didn't just recycle her past hits. Instead, she architected a permanent sonic bridge between the underground and the mainstream, establishing a blueprint that permanently altered the DNA of pop dance music. What do you guys think? What is your favorite track on You Can Dance? I love this album. I love it, love it, love it. I decided to do this one because you guys were asking me all about it in the comments of the Immaculate Collection that I did. So thank you guys for watching this deep dive with me. Let me know what you want my next video to be about. I am working on another video right now. It has the rain tapes in it. So that's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in that next video. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did enjoy putting it together.